So we are going to replace the air compressor pump in my Range Rover Sport 2011. I just got it back from the Land Rover dealership where it was diagnosed with air compressor failure. There is no other leak. The air compressor is on the driver's side, European driver's side, here at the rear underneath. This model has still the old Hitachi air compressor. Land Rover already moved to the AM key, which is the new type, but not fully compatible with the old Hitachi air compressor. They moved to the AM key compressor after the tsunami in Japan, when the Hitachi wasn't available for a long time. But the AM key has a completely different mounting bracket, so you have to replace that as well. It has a different program, so you have to reprogram the computer of the car, and has different hoses, so you need a bunch of converters which convert the air hoses to be compatible with the new compressor. So I went with the old Hitachi compressor, which is much cheaper recently. This is an original one. There are a lot of aftermarket, but it has the Hitachi logo here. So this is the air compressor unit. This is the dryer unit. Usually this one that fails, and most of the time it is enough just to replace or renew this one. There are a lot of kits available for renewing the air dryer, but I bought a completely new compressor. It is important, once you replace the air compressor, you have to replace the relay, and the compressors are always shipped with new relays. We will see that one. We have to disconnect the battery first, so let's go up the hood. The battery is under here, and also the suspension relay is here. So the battery is disconnected. The suspension relay is underneath that cover, but we replace it the last step. So now let's go underneath the car, and we will try to undo the 3 Allen screws of the compressor, which are really rusted, so I'm terribly worried. This is the workshop manual, the air suspension compressor chapter. Here we can see the 3 Torx bolts that are supposed to hold the cover of the compressor, and this bolt in the middle that is missing in my case. But here you can see that this is already the new AM key compressor with the new mounting bracket. So this chapter is not really useful for me. I couldn't really use it. But if I go into the previous chapter, interestingly enough, this is about the compressor dryer, and it is still, as you can see in the picture, this is still the old Hitachi compressor that I'm using. This is the cover of the air compressor, which is attached with 2 Allen screws. One is here, the other one is here. These are T30 Allen screws, and these are clips that holding this cover up. So I'm already unscrewed this Allen screws. 1, 2, and according to the workshop manual there should be a 3rd one here in the middle, but this is obviously missing. Anchor comes off, and here is the air compressor. And what we have to do now is undo this Allen bolt. We will see here, and one is here, and the 3rd one is on the top. So first we have to get out this upper part of this shell, of this cover. So getting off the cover, the upper part, is really difficult. But now we have access to this Allen screw on the top. It's hard to show. It is here. And this one is really rusted, so I'm quite worried that we have to remove it with brute force. And this one is also really rusted, as everything on this car, and the bracket is broken. Here you can see just one screw is holding. I think they messed it up in the Range Rover dealership and they checked the pump. So here is the screw extractor set. We are going to use the smallest one, this one, and according to the manual we have to use a 2.5 millimeter drilling bit here, so we have to drill it in to the board. I managed to buy such a high quality screw extractor that it broke immediately as I started to turn it. Look at this shit. And then I tried to grind the groove into the screw, and I tried to undo it with this giant screwdriver, but I didn't manage. So I decided to take off the compressor together with the bracket, and I'm lucky as the upper screw is missing, so I managed to get off the third screw, which is here, an extension from the front. You can access it like this. It is extremely corroded as well, as you can see, and now just one screw is holding the bracket, this broken bracket. So now I have to undo the pressure lines, these three, then I can remove the screw. We will see. Finally I managed to get out the compressor from the bracket. I had to cut this board. It was so corroded that I couldn't get it out, but the other two, this one and this one, came out quite easily. So I have to replace that board. I cleaned the bracket with motor oil removal, and now I found the missing screw that is supposed to hold the cover, the third one in the middle, which is broke. So I have to remove that first, and then I will paint it with a protective paint, and then I will start to assemble the whole unit. The bracket is painted and cleaned. Once it will be dry, we can start the installation process. That clip holds the bolt in place on the chassis. I checked them and one of the three is damaged, so I have to replace just one. I have 3 replacements, but you just have to replace one in the middle. So we have to replace this one, and that one on the top is fine. I checked them. This one doesn't hold the screw. So it is completely damaged. Finally I replaced all the 3. Now they just look fine. And now the screw can easily go in. And I'm also going to replace the screws that were terribly corroded.